I would not heed them in my glorying spirit, but I let my anger flare and yelled, Cyclops, if ever mortal man inquire how you were put to shame and blinded, tell him, Odysseus, raider of cities, took your eye, Laertes' son, whose home's on Ithaca. At this he gave a mighty sob and rumbled, Now comes the weird upon me, spoken of old. A wizard, grand and wondrous, lived here. Telemus, a son of Eurymus, great length of days. He had in wizardry among the Cyclops, and these things he foretold me to come. My great eye lost, and at Odysseus' hands. Always I had in mind some giant, armed in great force would come against me here. But you, small, pitiful, and twiggy, you put me down with wine, you blinded me? Come back, Odysseus, and I'll treat you well, praying the god of earthquake to befriend you. His son I am. For he by his avowal fathered me, and if he will, he may heal me of this black wound. He and no other of all the happy gods or mortal men. Few words I shouted in reply to him. If I could take your life, I would, and take your time away and hurl you down to hell. The god of earthquake could not heal you there. At this, he stretched his hands out in his darkness toward the sky of stars and prayed Poseidon. Oh, hear me, Lord, blue girdler of the islands. If I am thine indeed, and thou art father, grant that Odysseus, raider of cities, never see his home. Laertes' son, I mean, who kept his hall on Ithaca. Should destiny intend that he shall see his roof again among his family in his fatherland, far be that day and dark the years between. Let him lose all companions and return under strange sail to bitter days at home. In these words he prayed, and the god heard him. Now he laid hands upon a bigger stone and wheeled around, titanic for the cast, to let it fly in the black proud vessel's track. But it fell short just aft the steering oar, and whelming seas rose giant above the stone to bear us onward toward the island. There, as we ran in, we saw the squadron waiting, the trim ships drawn up side by side, and all our troubled friends who waited, looking seaward. We beached her, grinding keel in the soft sand, and waded in, ourselves on the sandy beach. Then we unloaded all the Cyclops flock to make division, share and share alike. Only my fighters voted that my ram, the prize of all, should go to me. I slew him by the seaside and burnt his long thigh bones to Zeus beyond the storm cloud Cronus, son who rules the world. But Zeus disdained my offering. Destruction for my ships he had in store, and death for those who sailed them, my companions. Now, all day long until the sun went down, we made our feast on mutton and sweet wine. Till after sunset in the gathering dark, we went to sleep above the wash of ripples. When the young dawn with fingertips of rose touched the world, I roused the men, gave orders to man the ships, casting off the mooring lines, and filling it in to sit beside the rowlocks. Oarsmen in line dipped oars in the gray sea. So he moved out, sad in the vast offing, having our precious lives, but not our friends. And that's the end of the Cyclops story. And because of Odysseus's curiosity and his desire to see these creatures, although some of them escaped, because of his wit and bravery, a lot of his men died. And now he has angered the gods. Polyphemus, the Cyclops, whose eye he took, that was Poseidon's son. So he has prayed to Poseidon now not to let Odysseus get home. And if he does, to make it a very rough journey. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that section of the Odyssey. Have a good one.